Chuck, a retired man from Arizona, had spent years working hard, saving up, and dreaming of a peaceful life in his golden years. He longed for companionship, and when he met Lena, a charming and seemingly sincere Filipina through an online dating site, he felt like he had finally found his match. For 6 months they exchanged messages, video calls, and promises of a future together. Lena was affectionate and attentive, always telling him how much she loved and missed him. She spoke of building a life together, a home where they could settle down and enjoy their time. Encouraged by her warmth, Chuck made a bold decision. He packed up his life in Arizona and flew across the world to meet her in Manila. At first, everything seemed perfect. Lena greeted him at the airport with open arms, showering him with affection. They spent a few days in the city before deciding to move to Cebu, where she claimed that life was quieter there and more suited for their future together. Chuck, wanting to give her the best, bought her a beautiful house in a gated subdivision and even a brand new car. He felt secure, believing that he had built a life with someone who truly cared for him. But once Lena had everything, her house, her car, and financial stability, her demeanor changed. The warmth and affection that had once made Chuck feel special began to fade. She became distant, cold, and indifferent to his presence. At first he told himself that she was stressed or just adjusting to her new life, but soon the truth became clear. She no longer needed him. She had gotten what she wanted. One evening, after yet another argument over small things, Lena finally told him, "I think it's better if you leave." Chuck was stunned. She was kicking him out of the very house he had bought with his own money. With no legal claim to the property and no prenuptial agreements in place, he realized he had been scammed. He had lost nearly everything. Broken-hearted, with only a small portion of his savings left, Chuck found himself alone in a foreign country. He was devastated, not just financially, but emotionally. He felt foolish for trusting so easily, for believing in a love that had been nothing more than a facade. Determined not to let his past define him, Chuck decided to take a short trip to Bajan, a peaceful coastal town in southern Cebu. He had heard about its beautiful beaches and waterfalls, and he hoped that a change of scenery would help clear his mind. As he walked along the shoreline, watching the gentle waves roll in, he stumbled upon a small beachside stall selling fresh coconut juice. Behind the counter stood Anna, a young woman with a warm smile and kind eyes. She wasn't flashy, nor did she try to impress him with sweet words or flirtatious gestures. She was simple, sincere, and carried a quiet strength about her. She worked hard at the stall, earning a modest living, and attended church every Sunday with her family. Chuck found himself drawn to her honesty and kindness. She didn't ask for money or gifts, nor did she try to manipulate him. Instead, she offered him something far more valuable, and that was genuine companionship. Over time, their relationship blossomed, not through rushed promises, but through real, face-to-face interactions. Anna was protective of him, making sure he was not taken advantage of again. She taught him how to navigate life in the Philippines with caution and wisdom. She encouraged him to be frugal, to think carefully before making big financial decisions. Through Anna, Chuck regained something he thought he had lost forever, his faith in love. As the months passed, Chuck and Anna grew closer. She became his anchor, his safe harbor in a world that had once felt cruel and unforgiving. And in time they decided to marry, not because of desperation or convenience, but because they truly loved each other. Together they built a life filled with laughter, trust, and mutual respect. Chuck had finally found the happiness he had been searching for, not in material possessions, but in the heart of a woman who loved him for who he was, not for what he had. To this day they still live in Cebu, enjoying the simple joys of life beach walks, home-cooked meals, and the knowledge that true love doesn't come from empty words, but from the quiet, everyday moments that make life worth living.